Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today? Gonna be doing like a really super simple, like really flavorful chicken noodle soup today. The only ingredients in this are gonna be, I have 5 chicken thighs that I boiled down. I've separated the meat from them, a lot of meat. And now I am boiling the bones. The bones have been going for about 2 hours at this point. This is going to make an amazing chicken stock, which will be used with our broth. I'm putting these in the oven right now. These are actually my cured egg yolks. I put eggs, just the yolks, in a mixture of sugar and salt last week. It's been exactly a week at this point, and I want to see how they turned out, because apparently cured egg yolks are an amazing thing. So, hello Evelyn, I don't know how to say your name, and I'm sorry. But yeah, super simple chicken noodle. It's gonna be loaded with the veggies, of course, but the main thing is the only 2 seasonings we're actually gonna be using are salt and pepper. Like, anybody can do this. Chicken thighs are crazy cheap. I got enough to do this twice for $5, and that wasn't even at Walmart. That was actually at a store. I think it was Kroger. Yeah. But yeah, I boiled them skin on. You can leave the skin. You can take the skin off if you want. You don't want to do the like the boneless, skinless. You want the bones, because the bones are going to make your broth, and that is going to really get the flavor. Like, really send you, like, give you worlds of flavor that you never would have got from just regular stuff alone. You could always cheat it and buy the chicken broth. This is like $2. There's a recipe on the side of it for chicken noodle soup, which is essentially what we're going to be doing, but we're not going to be following that recipe, because this is a very simple recipe. You can modify it if you wish, but it's crazy easy. Anybody can do it. And actually, my husband woke up from a nap earlier and told me that he wasn't really feeling very well, that he was kind of ick. So luckily, I'm doing chicken noodle soup tonight to help him feel better, because if I'd have been planning something else, it would have been changed to chicken noodle soup. So, you know, serendipity or kismet or whatever the hell that term is. There's like 17. But this is boiling down. I'm going to add some more water to it. Make sure you keep an eye on this so it doesn't actually burn. This takes about 2 hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. How much time you got? There we go. So that's going. Now I'll go ahead and start on the veggies. Let's get our celery. I don't like the look of that one. Let's use 3 big stalks of celery. Like, we're doing this. We're getting these veggies in today, damn it. Let's see. How many is that? 4? Yeah, we'll do 4 carrots. And our big ass onion here. Get the rest of the skin off, blah, blah, blah. Finding decent produce any time of year is kind of a crapshoot, but all this COVID-19 bullshit, it's getting worse. And normally I say just go ahead and buy the frozen stuff, because you can get the frozen stuff. That doesn't matter one damn bit. It's the exact same quality. Like, oh, well, I know this is right. No, you don't. You know the shit in the can's right, because it says it on the can that it's right. They can't lie. Like, they can be shut the fuck down and get sued for that. It's not hurting anybody. It's readily available. But I actually can't find the stuff. I can't find anything in the frozen section. I've been to like 3 different stores in the last couple of weeks, and none of them had it. So, yeah, not happy. Not happy. But just get me a pan down here. Where's the one I was thinking about? There we go. Got your pan here. Just turn this around. That's not on yet. But straight down the center. Your celery stalk. Y'all can't even see anything I'm doing, so let's move back over here. Well, then this is going to be in the way. Oh, well. Down the center of your celery stalk lengthwise, and then just start cutting. Remember, it's untight. If it's the same size, it cooks the same time. That goes for everything. So you want to do everything pretty much the same size. So I got little bits of celery, about like this. So we're going to shoot for carrots, onions on the same size. These do all have different cooking times, but they're all going to be cooked all the way no matter what. So you can cook it extra if you don't want them to have that little bit of a bite left to them. I kind of like the bite in the celery and the carrots and stuff like that. That's a personal preference. If you want it to go longer, go longer. Does not matter one bit. But if you cook them all in mush, you might as well left them out because you are killing all the nutrients, vegetables, minerals, all that, vitamins, all that shit is gone. Raw is the best. But ew. Eat fruits raw. Some veggies. Any of these can be eaten raw, but we're doing, again, the veggie blend for the soup tonight. That's all the celery. Get rid of the tops of these carrots. Peel your carrots and go nuts. I don't really see the point. So, Jesus Christ. Hey, Andy. Notice how when I put the water in here, it came just to the top without boiling over. That's what you want. You don't want it to boil over because it's going to fuck up your stove. Let's see. Those went in right at 7, so that works. I'm cutting all of these at once. I'm doing really thin slices on the bottom. Then when I get to where it gets started getting nice and thick, taking these, dumping them in. Now I'm going to take my carrots and cut them all in half and do the same thing again. Slice them directly down the line, or right in the center, or as center as you can. Again, it's no big deal. Now I'll just slice them thin again. See, I did watch that Sonic the Hedgehog movie today. It's actually pretty cute. Well, James Marsden does great with, you know, people that aren't actually on screen. I wonder if he gets all those roles because he's horrible to work with or something. But yeah, what was it? Hop, Enchanted, X-Men. Then we had Sonic. Voice by John Ralphia. But you know, good for him still getting work. Okay. Get the noodles out of the way. Turn this on. The carrots and the celery. Another one on. Smaller one. The carrots and the celery do take longer to cook than the onions. want it to all be about the same, so I'm giving the celery and the carrots a head start. Stir, stir, stir. Make sure you get the oil on the bottom of the pot. You get the oil coating all the veggies. Now, no, we're not using that one today. Some salt, not a whole lot. But then again, this has not been seasoned whatsoever. I will, of course, season it in a bit to taste. If you don't have enough stock, you can always add some more, add some, like a carton of stock or broth or something, or add more water and hit it with a stock cube. It's totally fine. Like, nobody's gonna be mad at you. And if they start fussing at you about it, tell them get the fuck out and not eat your food. Because you sit there making this damn meal for them, they want to bitch about a stock cube, tell them to suck your dick. Never use the outermost layer of an onion. It's never any good. It's always an asshole. Without fail. Okay. Onion! This is starting to sizzle. Quick stir. Again, same size. Half that onion. Yeah, I'll turn the whole burner on. So this is going to take a week if I don't. So this has already gone down another ½ inch kind of thing. Because I've got it on high as it'll go. You boil them high, everything else is, you boil them high, everything else is not done high. Just as these are on like a medium high right now. So I just want to cook it down, get the flavor out of the bones, and call it a day. Done. Hey, Andrew. But anybody else came in, sorry I missed you. So, yeah, to recap, bones that have been boiling for a hot minute. The meat that wasn't the bones is right over here. This is just some chopped up carrots and celery. They take longer to cook, so that's why the onions are chopped and ready to go, sitting over here where y'all can't see them. I'm behind this big ass pot. And in just a couple minutes, they're going to go into the pot with the carrots and celery. I want to give it about another 2 minutes or so. Then when all that's said and done, add a little more water to that. Then when all is said and done, we're going to drain off the chicken stock there into a colander that's in a bowl. We don't want to get rid of it. We're going to eat this. We're going to drink this. Scoop it up. Use a straw. No fucking matter. But you don't want to get rid of it. You just want to get rid of the bones and stuff. You can always pass it through like a fine mesh sieve if you want. I do recommend doing that. I don't know where the hell mine is, but I can't do that. But I'll be using this bowl with a colander inside. You're being an asshole. See? Easy squeezy. This looks so good. Again, if you can find this frozen, be my guest, buy it. It's amazing. They're guaranteed to be uniformly cut because they are all cut using the same machines or the same like die sizes or whatever you want to call it. So, but I do recommend it. It's called, I know Kroger sells them. And they're like the vegetable medleys in the freezer section. This is mirepoix, M-I-R-E-P-O-I-X. French for like the Trinity. Because carrot, celery, onions are basically the Holy Trinity in French cuisine. Louisiana, with this French Creole, with this French Cajun roots, has celery, bell pepper, and onion as their Holy Trinity. So with these three basic veggies, you can do all kinds of shit. They're also great if you are doing like a chicken or something. Chop some up, throw them on the bottom of the pan, put the chicken on top. This way your chicken is not actually touching the bottom of the pan, and it's protected from the heat from the oven. Also lets all the juices save up. The juices from the chicken will fall down and actually cook the veggies in the pan. Then you drain that off and make a beautiful gravy. No big deal. I did add another onion, so I'm going to add a little more salt. You shush. Nobody asked you to speak. Try to tell me what the hell they thought. I don't fucking think so. Not in my goddamn house. I own you. I bought you online. Had you shipped site to store. The chicken is all the way cooked. If you cook it, again, I don't want to cook it too long because I don't want it to risk drying out or anything. So the chicken's basically going to be like the last thing I add. When the noodles are just about done, I'll throw the chicken in there, give it another good stir, and then I will turn the heat off and let it finish cooking on its own. Serve this with crackers, cornbread, whatever you really want. We didn't really do anything with it. It's, you know, it seems like more of a waste. But you got any biscuits, crescent rolls, anything like that? And honestly, I couldn't do any of that right now because my oven's being used by the cured egg yolks, which I will feature tomorrow. Let's see if they turn out well. I've never done this before. I've seen it online a lot. I've watched a couple videos, read some articles. Like, you know what? I can fucking do this. It's salt, sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, and egg yolks. You put it in a dish and you let it sit for a week in the fridge. Then you come back, dig them out, rinse them off gently, then put them on a pan in the oven at 150. My oven goes to 170, so we'll see on that one. As low as my oven goes. And let them go for about an hour or two. It's just to help dry them out even more. But yeah. Supposedly it's like a Parmesan cheese alternative where you can actually like grate them over your pasta, grate them over anything really, and it tastes just like Parmesan. I don't know. Never tried it. But what else do I really have going on at this point? So turn you back up. That. There's a dog here. I have a dog. All he does is shed. He sheds like it's his fucking job, like he's getting a paycheck for it. He's been brushed, what, 6 times in the last month and a half at this point. And every time we have another dog, and a week later, it gets done again. But this is when his winter coat is coming off, and blah, 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 and all that fun stuff. So yeah, these are pretty much done. You just want to cook it until everything starts to go a little bit soft. You don't want to lose too much of the veggie, like bite. Again, preference, if you want to cook them longer, be my guest. If you want to put them in here, let them go for a hot minute after you drain the bones out, you do you. It's really whatever you want to do at that point. I like it with a little bit of a bite to it. Not a whole lot, but I like to know that it's there. So, stir, stir, stir. Because I did turn the heat off of this, but the heat doesn't stop. It's not fucking magic, it's a stove. So, Go ahead and drain this off. Okay, set that back there. Turn that off for a second. Show y'all. Here is the chicken stock. The bones and all the big pieces here, which are going to go in the trash. And do you know where my mesh strainer is? Well, I got this one. I don't always use this. Never mind. I'm going to use this tiny little strainer here to strain this. What, was this a gallon? It's just below the 12 cup line. So, let's see what happens. Oh, this is actually working beautifully. Oh, it's getting hot. There we go. That worked beautifully. Done. Okay. Now, where is it? Okay. This chicken stuck to the side of the pot here with the rivets. Don't want them floating in. But this is your chicken stock. One thing I did was I let it cool down, put it in the fridge. Then when I pulled it out, all the fat was on top. So I just broke it off, scooped it off, and threw it away. So there's barely any fat in here. If you look, you're going to see a couple little dots here and there, but it's damn near impossible to get it all out, especially like, you know, by hand. But, you know, whatever. So, going to add the veg. Don't you splash me, little bitch. You can use butter to do this. I prefer olive oil, it's a little bit healthier. And of course you can see it on the top almost immediately. Give this a good stir. I didn't taste it yet or try to adjust for seasoning because I know the carrot, celery, and onions have salt and pepper on them or have salt on them already. So I wasn't trying to add salt to this, then add this, and double the amount of salt. Probably going to put in a good bit in here because I've got, see, what, 3 quarts of liquid? Yeah, about 3. Huge fish. But let's give it a shot. Now this is the part where you can cheat it. Throw a stock cube in or something if you want to. There's no shame in that whatsoever. I might do it. We'll fucking see. Oh yeah. Well, definitely salting the shit out of this first. Yeah, that tastes like nothing. It's hot, gross water. I know what it is. I know it's going to be delicious. But it just tastes like hot, gross water, basically. Like hot chicken water. It's the recipe from... Shit. I can't think of the name of the show. Arrested Development. She did hot ham water. I do hot chicken water. That tastes so much better. But yeah, I'm going to do a stock cube. Or bouillon, what do you want to call it. Now if you check these things, the very first ingredient in this is salt. So that's something you need to be on the lookout for. This is not salty enough for my taste, like by far. So I know it's safe to add the stock cube. Again, great thing to keep in your cabinet. There was a typo or something one day online. I got them for like 10 cents a box. So definitely not mad at that. But let's turn this heat back on. Remember, you want this to be just a touch saltier than you really enjoy, because we're about to put the noodles in here when it comes back to a boil, and then the chicken. Both of those have not been seasoned. So it's something to take into consideration there. If you don't want to boil down the chicken and you want to use, like, since you evened up, like a chicken breast or two, just chopped up, you can. Chicken thighs, you can. Pour some chicken broth in that bitch. Get some stock cubes and some water. Call it a day. It's not hard. But this is just really showing you how to stretch your budgets. Because, let's see, that was 2 cents worth of stock cubes. Normally about 20 cents. Celery was $1.50. I used 3 pieces out of like 12. I used a quarter of the carrots that were like 90 cents. So half the chicken, that was $5. So what, $2.50, 20 cents. Math. I'm not good at the math. So it's a full pot of soup for under $40. I know that much. It's less than $40. So if anyone wants to do that math and put it in the comments, go fucking nuts. I am using the rest of the egg noodles from when I did my stroganoff a couple weeks ago, or a week or two ago. I think I should have another pack of egg noodles in here too. Almost certain I do. Yep, there they are. Okay. Thought so. Good. Get this boiling. It's coming to a nice boil right now. Go ahead. Add the rest of our egg noodles. This is going to lower the temperature and kill the boiling. That's fine. We expected this. Turn it down, bring it to a boil. Now, because the liquid is only about 1.5 inches away from the top of the pan, I am going to turn it down a little bit once it starts boiling. It's not even on high. If high is 10, it's literally on 8 right now. So, yeah, I don't know how this math works, because low would be 0, but off is definitely 0. So it's like off, then low, then 2, 4. 5 is medium, because it just says medium. Then 6. Like, there's no real way to fucking figure this out. This is just some bullshit. But yeah, stir this a couple times. The veggies will help you in this case, but you do want to make sure you stir it so that the pasta doesn't try to stick together. The veggies are going to be jumping and jostling around and pushing everything around, so that'll definitely help you out in that case. But always stir. If for nothing else, it gives you like the idea is playing in your head, like a muscle memory kind of thing. You're like, oh, I'll put pasta in. I should stir that shit. So, yeah, it's not hard. No big deal. Stir, stir, stir. Now, honestly, this should be good for about the next, like, 6-7 minutes. Yeah, cook about 7-8 minutes or until tender. About 6-7 minutes. Then we're going to turn it off, add the chicken, and do a final taste test. Yeah, almost done. I do want to go ahead and check this broth real quick. It is going to get a little bit thicker too. The starchiness from the pasta is going to thicken the broth up just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little. These are egg noodles. If you use like regular pasta, like elbow pasta, like macaroni, whatever, it's going to thicken up a lot more. It'll still be good. It'll just be, you'll notice a thicker consistency. Semolina flour based pasta, which is what most of the stuff is. It's just semolina flour and water, you know, mixed up, kneaded, and cut into that shape and dried out. Has a higher starchiness than regular egg pasta, which we're going to be doing egg pasta at some point this week, because I really want to fucking make ravioli. Like, it's kind of in my head at this point, and I just want to do it. So I will show you how to make ravioli like 100% from scratch. Oh my god. That is yum. Where's my pepper? One thing we always do when we do Chicken Noodle Soup is a shit ton of black pepper. Pepper is, of course, entirely optional. You don't have to use it at all, but to me, you cannot do like chicken noodles, chicken and dumplings, any of the classic southern chicken dishes. Like, you cannot do them without just run-of-the-mill, cheap as fuck black pepper. Like, you want it ground up, and oh my God, like it reminds me of like home for some reason. Like, I love my pepper mill and I love my pepper medley. I do have this peppercorn medley here that I love. Peppercorn melange, just to be a fancy little faggot about it. But like, if you do like a really simple dish, you want a really simple, like, you want to use simple ingredients to make it the best you can. I will show y'all a trick to like make this a little bit better, but for the most part, salt and pepper is all you need. If you want to add a little bit of like some lemon juice at the end, go right ahead, but you don't really need to. If you want to take the celery leaves from the celery, chop them up and throw them in there, that works too. Celery leaves are a great addition to pretty much anything. I use them in mashed potatoes quite a lot. That and celery seed, which I do keep celery seed. So, but I'm just kind of stirring this because there's nothing else really going on right now. Check my egg yolks. Oh, that looks so weird. But yeah, that's going to take at least 2 hours. So I'll check those around 9. We've only been in half an hour. I'm basically using my oven as a dehydrator right now. These weren't supposed to be in this video at all. I just got slack. So I think I'm going to check these noodles in like 1 minute. And the best way to check any of this shit is to just taste it. Like, scoop it out, blow on it. When it gets cold, put it in your mouth. I mean, there's 100 different ways you can check pasta. Don't throw it against your wall. It's fucking stupid. I mean, if you got little like, if you got like 3-year-olds and stuff, y'all just have fun, you know, you do you. But yeah, and egg noodles don't really work like that because they don't have the same starchiness that the semolina pasta does. So, and definitely the shape egg noodles are, you're not gonna have enough surface area of pasta touching the wall to be able to hold on to anything. So it really don't work like spaghetti, and like fettuccine, linguine, anything in that family. I doubt even vermicelli works like that, just because it's an asshole. And I hate vermicelli. Like, I passionately hate vermicelli. It feels like it's running from my teeth. Like, I've skipped on ordering pasta dishes at certain places because they only had vermicelli. And I don't like penne because I feel like it's running from my fork. So, just, I like everything else, pretty much. But yeah, I just can't stand either of those. The additions to this, lemon, a little rosemary would be good, actually. Rosemary and chicken are great friends. Rosemary, lemon, and chicken are great friends. They've been getting along for years. Let's fish me out a noodle. Oh, come here, you little bitch. There you go. I don't think it's quite ready yet, but we'll see. Nope, not there. Another minute or so. It's got too much of a crunch to it right now. Well, not a crunch, but like, it's biting me. I can taste the starchiness. I think I shouldn't be able to taste that. But you cook your noodles to the desired consistency you want to cook them to. That's entirely up to you. Like, nobody's stopping you. If you just want to like grind this shit up and snort it while you slam your face into the pot of boiling broth, be my guest. Please send me a video. I need a good laugh. I would love to laugh at your pain. And don't send me some video that you found online of somebody doing it. I want to see you doing it. We better be friends. Like friends before tonight. But yeah, at this point, if you look, you can actually see that the broth is a lot cloudier. That is a starch from the pasta coming off. It's not going to be a lot, but it is noticeably cloudier. Chicken stock isn't really going to be clear anyway because of all the minerals in the bone, in the bone, like in the marrow. Chicken stock is a good bit clearer. That's just like meat. It's like meat juice. Chicken stock is bone juice. It's like a really quick and easy way to say that. But see, this needs any more salt because I'm going to add that chicken to it in a couple minutes too. That is perfect. Just a little bit on the salty side, which will help with the chicken. So, yeah, I'm not mad at this at all, actually. Yummy yum. Like, it's real simple. It's going to be delicious. And that's all you need. Like you saw, chicken, onions, celery, carrots, noodles, water, salt, pepper. That's it. I mean, it seems like a lot, 8 ingredients, but you can leave out any of the veggies you don't want to use. You can leave them all out, honestly, if you don't want to use them. But if you do buy a stock cube or something, or like a broth or like a stock, it's going to have those veggies in it. I think actually chicken broth has it in it too. Celery juice concentrate, carrot juice concentrate, onion juice. Yep. In there too. So, you're not going to escape it. I once knew a guy who said he was allergic to onions, and I'm like, you just need to leave. Like, just leave. Like, I don't see how. There's apparently only one, like, group of people on the planet that don't use onions in their cooking, and I think they're known as the Jinn. Like, it's right outside, it's either in China or like right outside China. No, no, never done any research. Something I heard. Could be wrong. It happens. Yeah, this is looking good. If you want to get the broth a little bit thicker, you could always make a slurry of cornstarch and water. Like 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of water. Mix them together in a separate bowl. Get it nice and like thick, and then pour it in here. It will thicken it up in just like 10 seconds. Because corn and flour are some thirsty bitches. Let's check this noodle real quick. This is actually looking better. I feel like this is a lot closer to what I want it to be. Oh yeah. That'll work. That'll work all day. Carefully add your chicken and any juices. Pay for that meat. I'm gonna use that meat. Mix it up. Get it all up in there. And you're done. I do personally like to bring it to a boil like once again, just because that way I know the chicken's 100% heated through. But as you can see, it's only taking a couple seconds. So yes, I am going to get some bowls and start serving this up. Turn you off. But all right, thank y'all again for watching. Again, at some point this week we're going to be doing ravioli. Like, I really want to show y'all how ridiculously easy it is to make pasta at home. Like, anybody can do it. It's eggs and flour. Like, the measurements are pretty precise, but I can show y'all a couple of like tricks and stuff to use. It does involve a good bit of kneading time, which I'm going to do the pasta beforehand, because it does involve about 20 minutes of kneading and then about 30 minutes of resting so the gluten can relax. But yeah, so Well, then I'll show y'all how to like roll it out and everything and all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank y'all very much for watching, and I hope I will see y'all again soon.